Abusia kai apono nyuma o se Agyapong kura won master.
Agyapong bo master.
Who knew? Say sana Agyapong master. Hey, actually ANAS.
Obi anene master.
And right now online you saw videos trending say Agyapong in court for USA. Excess abusia. Was our court to no near ANAS ne ho. O si Agyapong I can say October 2018. After seeing the BBC documentary, not title near I can say betraying the game. Yeah, I think that Ghana, who say Ghana within the GF in a month for now, we're corrupt at least based on that, release not the buy. And then Agyapong can say be afterwards. And the baby now code of square. So I know the man as indigenous to seek in Agyapong, and then 2018 court case there back and forth and I feel about bedroom I say, yeah, the judgment and then they say okay. ANAS defamation, I was saying Agyapong defamation, well, court na jetum say no correct. And because of that, so more compensate ANAS and then damages and whatever, in amount of $18 million. After that, ANAS a whole video, ANAS style of things.
Yesterday in the Essex County Superior Court of New Jersey, an 8-member jury delivered a unanimous verdict holding Agyapong, former Ghanaian MP, liable for defamation and awarding damages of $18 million.
Now, this is very interesting. You see, Ghana, but the case didn't happen with Ghana because I think at the time, the MPP for Nane was so. ANAS, I think thought he wasn't going to get justice in Ghana because back a little while back here, ANAS situation almost the Ghana court. Because in your say ANAS any more court na fede or na daily. Because when you confronting the accuser, a brand new accuser no ni pakura oye. And then back and forth sana go through by say yes ANAS show up with saying in the case you twem because in your versus ANAS no you twem ye free Ghana court. But this one with US in the abusia it was still ongoing.
Mr. Agyapong, in a desperate bid to silence me, labeled me a land grabber, an extortionist, a murderer, a tax evader, and a blackmailer who ought to be hanged. These were not just lies. They were calculated attempts to destroy my credibility and put my life in danger.
And now to a bedroom says say the judgment in favor of ANAS Mumaba. Now this is the interesting thing about this whole court this thing. You see the fact is a court to Abua say second Agyapong and my ANAS $18 million. Agyapong to me appeal. Now it's either second Agyapong be appeal for a much smaller kind of compensation fee, which will be like I don't know the amount to be but let's say $100,000. And ANAS got the right to refuse. And if that happens now, Agyapong a bit me call back and forth. So at the end of the day, till one dies, no one is even going to see one penny from that $18 million judgment. So sometimes court cases, and you're like straightforward like that. What I say? Now, knowing the type of person that Agyapong, I seriously doubt to say he is going to give ANAS $18 million. That's not going to happen. So, maybe they will reach an agreement. Agyapong but nowhere close to the $18 million.
While Ghana's legal system failed to deliver justice in 2018, the U.S. court upheld truth. This case was not easy. Proving defamation in the United States requires establishing actual malice by a clear and convincing evidence standard, one of the highest legal thresholds in the world.
Now, for me to say ANAS, it's good for him because an investigative journalist, Agyapong, and now when you have some kind of vindication, it's okay. Agyapong go ni hu fi ANAS, some Agyapong ka fa na ho na enye no kore no. Obetim de agina so I get some of the credibility back. And for me to say Agyapong also no, it's a little bit kind of he set out to kind of discredit ANAS, and he achieved that successfully, single-handedly. Right now, ANAS the documentary people I'm out for her twice because at some point, Nana Dokura no so running Ghana like style of ANAS type of thing. No, now I can't the abana fedi am for saying this I'm way na fedi dey go ni mas na say you dey be no man e kan. Back in Agyapong too na need to see ANAS so that was done like. It drew some point to be after the ANAS video background and people were like, Ojo Hudi, that's why investigative journalist, for Nimbra. Because we're Ghana, your amount for investigative like Manasseh Zuri, or Nimba, we know who they are. Today, dear one as no person will do a nimble bad in the guy. So near Agyapong set out to do. Because at that time, no, now ANAS were going after judges, like political high class figures, more So I say, no, ANAS was basically untouchable. And I can Agyapong say, okay, I'll touch you, and then you feel I'm touching you. I will rub my hands over you. And then, oh yes, sir. So every kind of wiki beer and Agyapong was on ANAS neck. ANAS way, ANAS be pro, ANAS be tete, obegu ANAS animasi. Every single day. And that's every opportunity be Agyapong Benyano. No go after ANAS.
ANAS. If you set people up, it is not investigation. The boy is so corrupt and wicked, evil. The ANAS were corrupt for me. See, I will strip him naked. Hey, baby, what kind of nonsense going on in this country? I was that tender. The shitty team were corrupt big time. So a girls were dear male. That my meaningless.
A 12 more could do say, and I feel they know beyond ANAS as a munibium. And as the documentary we ban as I see him, no one actually looked into it anymore.
Some me say well back court. I only made fireman, cashman. I be in court. I be a tantana with him. And then you can sky the guy will remove everything for everybody to see who ANAS is. And yes, I'm a court to make up.
The ANAS right now, after why we need this case, still not the credibility, Can Agyapong what you so good style BAB. And if you ask me, can I forbid second Agyapong? He always wants to feel like I'm right. So the fact is that waiting me at discredit ANAS. I'm ANAS power no when it comes to the investigative journalism now. Right now, ANAS needs our power in him. And Agyapong, if you ask him to choose $18 million versus that here, he'll go for that any day. And again, I don't think second Agyapong will pay ANAS $18 million. He won't even pay him $1 million. I stand to be corrected. But either way, it's very interesting.
Regrettably, Ghana's justice system has not always lived up to the principles of fairness and impartiality. When I sued Mr. Agyapong in 2018, despite his inability to legally substantiate his allegations, the court ruled against me, with Justice Barr scandalously branding me a terrorist instead of adjudicating the facts before him. This miscarriage of justice was later condemned by Supreme Court Justice Kolende, who rightly described it as a violent abuse of judicial authority.
And I doubt that if the case will happen in Ghana, ANAS being at this judgment. I didn't follow the case in a SS County, ANAS, so I can't tell you it's okay. This and this and this was the you can't say normal ANAS can second Agyapong can't and then evidence or provided and you can't my jury finding in favor of ANAS instead. I have no idea, so it is what it is.
My fight has never been for personal gain, but for the soul of Ghana's democracy. This victory in the US sends a powerful message. The media cannot be silenced. Truth cannot be buried. And those who wield power must be held accountable.
But what we know, they say, can Agyapong will lose the fight against ANAS? But the battle, I think Agyapong still won. At least if you put into consideration what Agyapong wanted to do. We are yet to see so better the $18 million in ANAS. And then we are. Tap send. Then numero uno. Mobile app. We should be just send this car command off for Ghana. So Italy, Germany, Europe, USA, even Dubai. Now person send this card the brand of Ghana. App where so you to tap send. Apple App Store and Google Play Store na download right now for 2 phones. Because how they send this card command of BIA until we levy untiashe exchange rate in was it's fast, it's secure, it's all the good things and mouth trouble. Almost security a top notch. And I first time I could download the app now you see they send this car. Ubo code Magraheb Shema. Depending on baby I want you ever see a chowska. I'm at the ska was sending on. Dear Buzas only starting use to tap sender. May conform our neck. If you know more mobile wallet, I was your bet me load do no with ska. It's a time so I will send this kind of command for Ghana. Now nothing I be connected to bank. Dabi. Or tap wallet the fast and analyze what send the call. Tap send the abusia, mean conform we enough. This is when you should tap send the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store and I could download right now.
Tap send. Papa no.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for videos like this every day. Till we meet again, abusia. Adios.